June 27th, 1995. It was supposed to be just another morning. News anchor Jodi Huisentruit was expected at the KIMT TV studio in Mason City, Iowa. She never arrived. What followed was one of the most haunting, unsolved cases in American history. Nearly 30 years later, new leads, new suspects, and a chilling docuseries have reignited the search for answers. This is the story of Jodi Huisentruit, her last broadcast, and the mystery that still grips a nation. Jodi was a 27-year-old rising star in broadcast journalism. Born in Long Prairie, Minnesota, she was known for her charisma, warmth, and ambition. She anchored the morning and noon newscasts at KIMT-TV and dreamed of making it big in the Twin Cities. Her friends described her as bubbly, effervescent, someone who lit up every room. But on that fateful morning, her light was extinguished. June 26th, 1995, the day before she vanished. From 6 to 7 a.m., Jodi anchored the morning news at KIMT-TV as per her usual. Later, she attended a Chamber of Commerce golf tournament and socialized at the country club, where she mentioned to two members of her golf team that she had been receiving disturbing phone calls. That evening, she called a friend in Mississippi and sounded cheerful. It didn't seem that anything was wrong. Later, she reportedly visited her friend John Van Cise to watch a video he had made of her surprise 27th birthday party that occurred earlier that month. It wasn't clear how much time she spent at Van Cise's or what time she got home. June 27th. Jodi was supposed to arrive at the KITM TV studio at 3 a.m. to prepare for her morning show, but it seemed that she had overslept, only waking when her producer called her at 4 a.m. She apologized and promised to be at the studio right away. Since her apartment was only a mile away, Jodi should be able to arrive within 5 to 10 minutes. But she never showed up. So at 6 a.m., the producer anchored the show herself. After the show at 7:13 a.m., she called the police. The police arrived at Jodi's apartment at 7:16 a.m., but it was already too late. Jodi was abducted just steps from her apartment. Her red Mazda Miata was found with a bent key in the door. Her belongings, high heels, blow-dryer, earrings, were scattered nearby. Drag marks on the pavement. A partial palm print on a nearby pole. Neighbors reportedly heard screams around 4:30 a.m., but dismissed them. A massive search was quickly launched. Rivers, fields, hundreds of miles scoured, but no trace of Jodi was ever found. In 2001, Jodi was declared legally dead at age 32. Private investigators, psychics, and over 1,000 interviews yielded no answers. In 2003, journalists launched FindJodi.com to keep the case alive. In 2023, a $50,000 reward was offered for information leading to her remains. And in July 2025, a documentary about Jodi's case was released. Still, silence. What had happened to Jodi Huisentruit? John Van Cise, the last known person to see Jodi. He had once lived in Jodi's apartment complex, so he was very familiar with the neighborhood. And according to Jodi's family and friends, he seemed obsessed with her. He hosted her birthday party and even named his boat after her.
I named my boat after her because just because she's Jodi and she's been such a big part of my life here lately, and she just makes me feel so good.
Friends had warned Jodi about his behavior, but she laughed it off. Did Jodi really stop by his apartment as he said? Or did he visit hers? However, there was nothing that could tie him to the crime. Van Cise provided DNA, fingerprints, and even a handprint. Nothing incriminating was found. He even passed a polygraph. Despite their suspicions, Van Cise was never charged. John Van Cise died on December 6, 2024. He continued to maintain his innocence until his death. Tony Jackson, a convicted serial rapist who lived just 2 blocks from KIMT-TV and had an ex-girlfriend who looked a lot like Jodi. Allegedly, he wrote rap lyrics about her and may have stalked her, but no forensic evidence linked him to the crime. Christopher Rivak, a suspected serial killer with ties to other disappearances. His former girlfriend lived in the same duplex as Van Cise. Could he have seen Jodi that night? Revok died by unaliving himself in jail in 2009, leaving behind unanswered questions. Brad Millerburned, a new person of interest revealed in the 2025 Hulu docuseries. He was the ex-husband of Jodi's childhood best friend. He owned a white van similar to one seen near the crime scene. He had dinner with Jodi months before her disappearance and called her weeks prior. Brad has cooperated with police, submitted DNA, and passed a polygraph. Still, his connection raises unsettling questions. Some believe Jodi was silenced for investigating local meth rings. Others suspect involvement from within the Mason City Police Department. A billboard was vandalized with the name of a retired Mason City Police Department investigator and the words "machine shed." In addition, photocopies of Jodi's journal were leaked from police custody by the wife of the ex-chief of police of the Mason City Police Department. But no evidence has ever confirmed these theories. Despite the number of suspects and theories about Jodi's disappearance, the question of what happened to her is still unanswered. Was it Van Cise? A stalker? Someone else entirely? Without further leads and Jodi's remains, we may never know the truth. Jodi Huisentruit was more than a headline. She was a daughter, a friend, a journalist with dreams. Her story deserves justice, and we won't stop asking questions until we find the answers. If you have any information, contact findjodi.com, because someone knows something, and it's time they speak. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button for our next upload. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe.